Beautiful.
All right, you guys. So me and Finesse Goddess are back with another one, this time with this really pretty brown and blonde highlighted deep wave wig. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I did this install. And of course, I have an interesting shop talk for y'all today. Stay tuned. So before I start this video, you already know I have to announce my monthly $100 giveaway. All you have to do to win is be subscribed to my channel, like this video, comment below, and leave your Cash App. One of my subscribers is winning $100 in all the products from this video. Good luck, y'all. What is going on, YouTube? It's your girl Easy Breezy, and I'm back with another hair sponsor. Thank you so much, In-Color-Wig. They sent me a pretty blonde and brown highlighted deep wave wig. Now, of course, I did not do this color. Okay, this wig came pre-colored, so that saved a lot of time and energy on my part. Now, this wig came kind of pre-customized, just a little bit, but y'all know I have to add my own special touches and my easy breezy, magic to the lace. So once I got the wig, I plucked and bleached it, completely customized the lace, and that's how y'all see it when y'all, see me using it in the video. So just know that when you get this wig in the mail, you might have to do some plucking and bleaching yourself. Also, I need to reach out to y'all because I need some help. I need a really good lace tint, like a lace tint spray or a foam or whatever. I mean, I like using makeup, because it's really quick and it gets the job done. But sometimes I feel like the lace tints really get the undertones a lot better than makeup does. So if y'all have any companies to recommend me, make sure you comment them below, and you'll never know, you might see it in the next video. Also, for all my new subscribers, if you don't already know, the only glue that I use on this channel, period point blank, is liquid lace glue. Also, I have skin tone stocking caps. We have 3 different complexions, all on the website: beige, medium brown, and dark brown. You can get your lace glue and your stocking caps from galaxygirlhair.com. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and get into this shop talk. All right, now you already know whatever happens in the shop stays in the shop. So listen, don't go running your mouth telling our business. Okay, period. So in this video, okay, I'm gonna be telling y'all a story about when I lost my V. Okay, I'm not gonna say it because y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? The V card, cherry popped, I lost my innocence. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, so first and foremost, okay, this is when I was around 16 years old. I was a sophomore in high school, which is 10th grade, and I thought I knew something about something. I had my little experiences or sexual experiences, but I never went the full route, went to 3rd, 4th base or whatever. I've even had little boyfriends here and there, but we barely even kissed. One time I had a boyfriend for a whole year and all we did was kiss twice. So it's my mind used to go there and wonder about it and fantasize about, sexual activities, but I never actually did it before. So if I can recall, I think it was the middle of the year sometime or sometime during the year, this new guy and his cousin or friend or whatever they were came to my school, and they were the new guys or whatever. And one was really tall, dark skin, chocolate, perfect skin type complexion. Then his hair was nice, his smile was nice, and to top it off, he was athletic and he could sing. So I'm just okay. I'm checking him out in the hallways. My group of friends used to brush by his group of friends, and we used to look at each other and stuff like that. And I swear we would just look at each other and plot on each other. Now, when I say plot, quote unquote, right? From a female's perspective, it's oh, I want him to be my boyfriend, or I want to get to know him. I want him to treat me like everything. But from a guy's perspective, a lot of the time it's, I just want to smash. But at this time, I wasn't really thinking that far ahead. I just thought he was cute. Now, when me and my homegirls used to go to like house parties and events and things like that, we used to come across these group of guys every now and then. And then like before we know it, we kind of became acquaintance with them. So we would have small talk and, a few laughs here and there. So we were kind of like getting used to each other. All right, so backstory. This is 10th grade, like I said before, right? So I'm just now getting into myself. Like I'm just now doing my hair nice, like I'm dressing nice, and I'm finally getting quote unquote like chose on. My whole life I was always pretty, but I wasn't the baddest, like I didn't have that body that the thicker girls had. I was always like skinny, so I wasn't used to that type of male attention. I wasn't used to being flirted with. I wasn't used to being the center of attention. So like once this guy started showing me attention, I was like, oh, who, me? So our interactions got a little bit more and more like apparent. Like instead of him just talking to me at parties or, asking me to dance or whatever, it was like now he was talking to me at school. So I'm like, okay. So now we're acquaintance in front of other people. Are you my husband? So yeah, it was just like little things here and there. But one thing that we never really did was hung out alone, like by ourselves. We always talked around other people or when we were with our friends or out at a party or something. So this is one thing that I didn't realize back then that I know now, is that when a guy is trying to get to know you, he will try to get to know you away from his friends, number one, and away from other people so he can make a lasting impression, But back then, of course, with my immature mind, I just thought all attention was good attention. So one night, right, me and my friends invited him and his friends over to my house so we can be friends. And it's crazy because my parents were upstairs the entire time. Like my mom and my dad were both in their room and we're just down here with like 4 or 5 guys in my kitchen, as if I can't get my ass beat right now. But anyway, so we're in the kitchen, everyone's talking and laughing, having like, like a low volume conversation, because I'm still not trying to get caught. So we're just talking and, people are flirting, and like throughout the night, like people are starting to group up. So, it comes a time when guys are like, okay, who am I going to end up with? Or, who's going to branch off and disappear and stuff like that. So people are slowly starting to like group up a little bit. So the guy that I liked kind of like took my hand and he was like, come outside with me. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, I still can't believe that he actually likes me. Like, he chose me. Like, wait. Who, me? Like, yo, I was just so on my high horse and I'm just like, oh my God, picturing us together and all this stuff. Like, I'm really in La La Land at this point. So I end up walking outside with him and we walk out to the car, and it's like his homeboys are in the car though. So I'm like, okay, what are we gonna do here? So I just end up like sitting on his lap, and I don't know if we were supposed to go somewhere. Like, I'm not really sure what the purpose of that was, but then it was like weird. I felt like the first kind of like no feeling that I had, like his hands were kind of like on my thigh and stuff and like rubbing my crotch area. And I'm like, okay, like we're in a car full of like 3 other people. So I'm confused, like what's going on? And this is actually another clue that I did not pay attention to a long time ago. Any guy that is really trying to be serious with a girl is not just going to be intimate with her or be touching on her around his friends. Like, where'd I do that at? So then he's like, okay, let's get back out the car. So we walk back out the car and we're walking up my driveway, right? And at this point, I'm like, I feel like something is about to happen. Like, I knew it because I can see how kind of like nervous he was and kind of like how shy he was like acting, but he wasn't acting shy because he was he had a mission. You know what I'm saying? He was on a mission. You can tell that he was like pumping himself up mentally to like do this. And I'm like, okay, we're about to have sex any minute now. Once we walk in the house, it's over with. It's over with. I knew it in my mind. I was thinking about it. And he told me like one of the first times we linked up outside of school, he was saying how he was a virgin and stuff and how he wanted to blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You know, so I think he was just so adamant on losing his virginity. Like he didn't even care who it was with. Well, I mean, I won't say all that. I mean, he cared who it was with, but he didn't care if the girl was actually his girlfriend or not. But honestly, like the funny thing is, I feel like I probably felt the same way. Like I didn't care so much on us being together and like, I don't know, I wasn't really thinking about that. I was just thinking about experiencing this with him in particular. All right, so we're walking up the driveway and we get to my garage door and it's still dark. We have to be quiet. It's probably like 4 or 5 a.m. at this point, right? So we creep in the house and we're just walking and he's like, where should we go? And I'm like, I look around, then I start walking and I walk to my living room. So the living room was downstairs. It was like a family room, which is like, you know, where the TV was. But the living room was like just a couch and a table and, you know, nobody really passed by there. So I walked to the living room. So we sit down on the couch and he just leans over and just starts kissing me, right? So we're kissing and kissing and kissing and tongue kissing and just nasty. So we're doing all that, right? And in the meantime, like I'm thinking in my head, I'm about to lose my virginity. Like this is it. This is the moment. I know I can't stop this because I'm too scared and he's not going to. So it was crazy. It was like I was living through and experiencing like a pivotal moment in my life. Like I couldn't believe this was happening. So one thing led to another and my pants were off and his little wee-wee was I'm so sorry, y'all. I really can't do this right now. I can't even take myself serious. But yeah, so we were doing the do and mind you, it didn't feel like good. You know what I'm saying? It didn't feel good. Like, it was just like, okay, that thing is in me. He's thrusting. Okay, this is the part where I moan or something. So I'm like moaning, but I'm like low key, high key, fake moaning, you know? Yeah. So it's been about like 15 minutes and we're still just doing it. Like same position, all these fake moans, like it's a lot going on. So all of a sudden he just kind of like slows down and he just stops and just like sits on the couch. And I look at him, you know, and I'm thinking in my mind, like, okay, like, was he supposed to like, was that white stuff supposed to come out? Like, I'm over here like thinking like, what's going on? Like, I don't know what's going on right now. So it was weird. It was confusing. And long story short, he did not climax. I didn't either. I think we literally just did that just to do it. So yeah, he just like, okay, like you ready to put on your clothes? And I'm like, sure. So we both put on our clothes and then we just like kissed and hugged and whatever. And then he left. And then I walked upstairs. And y'all, when I walked into my room, my friend Raven was sitting on my bed just looking at me with the most evil grin in the world. And I just looked at her and she was like, what did you do? And I'm just sitting there with this big sarcastic smile on my face, but it's really shameful though because I'm embarrassed. And I'm just like, nothing. And she sits there, looks at me like, Y'all, I can never forget this moment because that was the true example of a walk of shame. So y'all probably think this story is over. Yeah, it's not. So the very next day, okay, I'm walking in the hallway and I see him. So we locked eyes on each other and he came over gave me a hug, and I actually felt like good. Like that one hug gave me so much support and security from what just happened. You know, I appreciated it. And even though like he still wasn't trying to date me or court me or make me his girlfriend, it was cool. Like I wasn't expecting that, and I was just happy that he was just acknowledging me and understanding that we both just went through some shit. But what we went through were clearly two very different things. He now became the man, and now I was that girl that he lost his virginity to. And not to mention, a few of his friends were actually asking me about it at school. So it was like a very weird day for me. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, okay, you know, I felt a little bit uncomfortable. I felt like people knew my business. I felt like he just went and ran his mouth, which he did, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But hey, it happened. But long story short, we never ever did that again. We see each other every now and then, support each other from a distance, and we're very proud of each other. So thank you so much InColorwig for sponsoring this video with this beautiful highlighted deep curly unit. Now, if you guys want this exact wig, I'm gonna put all the information in the description below. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, make sure you go ahead and do that and turn on your notifications. See y'all later.